Well, good morning and welcome to day two. You probably noticed that there was no photo last night, and it's not for me not trying. It's just I never found anything good for a sunset location, and then I was scrambling enough that I got just too far out of position. If I would have just stayed in this general area by Fort Robinson, Crawford, there was some stuff that I could have shot, but I don't know. I just didn't think it was perfect, so then I moved on to the next spot. Then I moved on to the next spot, and it just never really worked out. So ended up with nothing. It's okay because the smoke really started coming in thick too. So, I don't know how much I was going to get anyways, but it's always worth being out and trying. So even if I did see the smoke, I probably would have, or I saw the smoke, but even if I was out here and the smoke rolled in, I would probably just stay through sunset anyways, just because you never know. So, got a beautiful sunrise coming up over there to the east. I got these bluffs here, and the pink clouds are just starting to fill in. So here's what we're looking at this morning. Again, I believe I am in Fort Robinson State Park. I might be just outside of it. I know down there is in the park. There's a bike trail here, and then somewhere up here the park ends. Now, I guess there's still a couple historical sites over there. So, but yeah, beautiful morning here. Sky's just starting to light up. I can't wait till a little bit more warm light hits those bluffs and maybe even hit some of these yellow trees. I think the trees would be really cool in a few more days, but right now they're mostly green. Getting some nice yellows and oranges over here. There's a nice orange one down below. So gonna hang out here, watch this beautiful sunrise, and enjoy my morning. Okay, I've moved around several times. I keep nitpicking these scenes a little bit, which is good. And I found over here, there's this nice draw down to that really bright yellow tree, probably one of the brightest ones out here, and then opens up to the bluffs behind it. The things I was struggling with down there was just oddly placed trees that were kind of randomly in the middle of the foreground of the composition, where this is more of a nice uniform rolling hill. The trees are clumped together and just more, I don't know, better organized. Organized is not the right word you should use in nature, but it just goes to better flow. Let's say it's a better flow. So there's still a couple little clouds up there. They're kind of turning more white than pink now. Sun should be peeking up any second now over that hill. We're right at sunrise. So as soon as we do that, get some nice warm light up here on the bluffs and take some pictures. Okay, the sun is clearly up now. You can see got some beautiful, nice, soft light conditions this morning. Now the light's getting a little harder, so there's kind of a shadow line from this hill on the trees down there. No big deal. It's not that hard, but just a few more minutes, the sun should be up high enough that there won't be any light, any line on those trees. The trunk should be lit up, and then I'm gonna get a couple more shots with more intense sunlight on them, and then might be time for a stroll down the hill just to see a few other shots to the north. So here are my two favorite photos from that morning. Overall, I'm happy with them, but I think I focused too much on getting the fall color in the pictures and not as much as I should have on the bluffs in the background. Someday I'd like to get back out here and I would work more on getting those bluffs bigger in the scene, get up closer on that grass hillside, and getting up closer to those bluffs would make them more dominant in the photo, but I think I would need more interesting skies to really make a unique photo with them. After leaving that scene, I went and explored a little more of the park and found some nice cottonwood trees along a couple different lakes. After leaving the park, I went and looked for trains on one of Nebraska's most famous passes, Crawford Hill. I really should have shot some video on this pass because these locomotives are working so hard to get up and over the pass. Okay, it's been a little bit since I've been on the camera. I'm in the car again because, of course, it's Nebraska and it's windy. That said, the light's beautiful this afternoon. There's a lot of dust and haze in the air from that wind, but it's kind of making a warm cast on everything right now. I don't know what it's going to do for sunset because sometimes it'll snuff out the light, but for now, it's been beautiful. I'm up here. Well, let me rewind a little bit. So since the last time I talked to you, I actually went and worked on another photography project for work. We're redoing a rail line that's been converted into a bike trail. So I went out and I photographed a bunch of that for work. And then speaking of work, one of my coworkers, her family owns a bunch of land out here. So since then, I've been out crisscrossing these back roads in this beautiful area, taken a few photos of her family's land. She wanted some pictures of the land, and I looked at the pictures of, she had it. It's like, yes, I will go out there, definitely. It's super cool. So now it's just a matter of, like I said, wait until sunset, see what the light does, see if we get some good sunset. There's really nothing but two little white clouds, kind of like this morning. So we'll see what happens at sunset. But like I said, this afternoon light has been great. I got some pictures I think I'm really going to like, and hopefully she likes too. So that said, I'm going to head down the road a little bit more. This hill right here is super cool. I think there's some other options down the road a little bit I'm going to go check out again. I've already looked at them once. So see which one I like better, and then kind of pick one for sunset. Hopefully you can hear me over the wind, but I just found this spot here where there's this track that kind of curve right into the hills. I'm gonna go down a little further and see if I can get a better angle on it. It's starting to get low though, so that's the one thing I'm worried about. I wanted to be up a little higher, still see the tracks, and then get some more of those lit hills behind it, or bluffs behind it, but we'll see what I can find. Hopefully you can see this looking right into the sun here, but it's gotten super hazy, and I was assuming most of it was dust, but I got a text from a buddy that down south of Toadstool, which is where I'm going to go tomorrow, and then when I'm done, drive that way, there's a forest fire or grass fire. So not all this is dust, some of it is smoke, low level smoke. We've had the upper level smoke from Wyoming the last few days, but now lower level smoke from nearby forest fire. So Toadstool to the forest fire is 30 miles, and then I'm supposed to drive that general direction tomorrow after Toadstool to get to Alliance. So tomorrow will be interesting. Might have to go with plan B or C or F, whatever I get to. It's kind of the way this trip has gone so far. It's just kind of doing things on the fly, which is fun. I enjoy it. It kind of wears me out a little more than a regular photo trip where things are just planned and go to one shoot to the next. But see what happens with the overnight. Things can change, but again, still looking good here. I don't know, I think that's an abandoned farmhouse over there, and then that whole line of bluffs is just looking great right now in the afternoon sun. So I'm gonna work my way down here, see what I can find for angles. There's some agricultural fields in front of the bluffs, which I don't mind, but I would rather have just grassland like this, not the green. So go down here. I think there was a couple other draws too where I can maybe look up through the trees at it. So head south. Well, that's going to do it from day 2. Like I thought, it is really getting hazy, smoky, whatever you want to call it. I can look straight at the sun, like it doesn't even hurt my eyes. So it's definitely has already muted the colors on all the hills or bluffs out there. So, but that's okay. Like I said, the afternoon, the golden hour was extended, I feel like, well into the middle of the afternoon. So I think I got some stuff I'm gonna like. I was gonna try to photograph the comet tonight, but when I can look at the sun through the smoke, I don't think you're gonna see any comets through that. So I don't know, that might have to be postponed or canceled or something, because I need to read about it some more, but I think we're running out of days till it kind of is past its peak. So, but I think that's going to do it for day 2. Tomorrow morning, hopefully, you'll see me in Toadstool Geologic Park up in north of Crawford, Nebraska. So fingers crossed that we have a good morning there. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you again next time.